Okay, welcome back in my energy. This is the fourth part of my galactic twin flame journey. So, in the last video, we were in this situation when he starting to appear, started to show me the human version of himself. And that triggered me. So I had to work with it because there was a lot of stuff to deal with when he did that. And I want to continue because this wasn't the only version that he showed me. He showed me more, and it was in order for me to remember who I really am. And he was showing me that what we already experience, like we are really together like eons, maybe, if it makes sense. It seems like we are very, very old, both of us old. You know what I mean? Like, it's really deep. And he showed me, for example, and it was important as well because on those levels we can do different stuff together. We can connect on the different levels. If I know that this realms even exist. So he showed me. I thought there were incarnations, but maybe he just showed me the layers of our being, or I don't know how to explain that, but let's forget it. Just I describe you. He showed me and him as an orbs, and I was a pink, like orb of the pink light, and he was an orb of the blue light. And these orbs was very important because yes, we can, maybe they are beings, like there are many realms, and I know about only like something like a plasmatic beings. They are very high leveled beings. I don't like to describe it this way, but whatever. And this was important, and he even showed me as like these clouds, just these like again, clouds of lights, but more like fog, you know, like fog cloud. And again, I feel this is a different like realm and different maybe incarnation. And these are like, we are almost like there's like no identity, and like, I know, I'm not sure if I can describe this to you, but whatever. I did understand from this that like we already went through so many incarnations, and that I am able to remember to be so close to God, let's say, to the source. It was really like those clouds. It feels like these are very close to source, you know, like very close. It seems like humanity, it's so far from source, if it makes sense. But these clouds are very close to source, this incarnation of clouds, whatever. I had to remember that. It was important for me that time, because it started to shifting my perspective. It starting to shifting how I live, what I, believed in it, and whatever. And there were like reasons why he showed me that, because I can work on this level with us. And we started to specifically this from this perspective, or from this level of these light orbs, we were starting to merge into each other, if this is the right word, just to, like, sink into each other in those meditations. If it makes sense. There were so much things going on between us, like on so many levels. I can't even I can't even, I'm not sure if I can even describe it, but let's say, yes, we were merging into, like, again, and this is the reason why I think twin flame is also, like, I see as like, not as only as a being, but like some kind of technology that has two parts. And don't get me wrong, this is the same as with the soul. Like, I'm whole, he's whole, and we're complete. There's nothing that is missing. You know, this is not, even with the soulmate or whatever we're trying to, and we're calling it like another half. That's not true. It's not another half. We are whole, we are complete. But in this particular, let's say, connection, the twin flame, it seems like it's like, have you ever seen the, how can I say, the Power Rangers? It's a very old series, and it's a movie as well, and they have their own, like, machines, and the machine looks like dinosaurs, and they are complete, they're whole. The red one has, I don't know, for example, Tyrannosaurus Rex or whatever. And they're working, they're complete machines. But they have abilities to, or they have possibility, if they need to connect together and create one huge, like, dino version of this machine, which is like much stronger. And this is the same frequency in here, you know, this is the same, like, it feels like the same, like, when we go together, we create this new technology together in order to, I don't know yet, but it is important. And this is what we were like, get used to it, you know. We were starting to come together again in these realms. And in my real life, I tell you what happened. In the beginning, when I met him in this meditation, he bring this, as I said, this profound, deep peace. Since then, it stayed with me in my life. I was always like, I was always so sensitive. It was like my emotions were, controlling me, you know, and I was very emotional all my life. And since he came, that peace, how to say that, I felt him every day. I really literally felt him, like he was standing behind me since he came, since the first meditation he showed up. And I was sure that he's doing that, you know. Everywhere I went, everywhere I realized that I feel that profound peace every day. Yes, sometimes it wasn't like, you know, of course there were situations that made me angry or whatever, but it was very, very easy to get back into that peace. And I thought that he's doing that. And I saw another thing with that orbs. And in the first part of this, my galactic twin flame journey or whatever, I said it happened when I started to focus on my heart and when I started to focus on my higher heart chakra. And there was a meditation between with him, and in this meditation I saw I had this information, I saw it something clicked inside. It was like, he is my higher heart chakra. I know it sounds, I don't know how to explain that, but his presence activated my higher heart chakra. And I allowed it by focusing on heart chakra that time. And I saw, I really thought all the time that it's like one-way relationship, like I'm the one that needs help or needs to evolve and I'm not giving him nothing. But there was this kind of meditation that I saw that I did the same for him. Like we activated our higher heart chakras together when we met, if it makes sense. And I saw it this way because I saw my heart chakra golden, like golden frequency energy, golden light. And the higher, when he came, he activated my higher heart chakra, and I saw it like white, brilliant white light. And actually he did something like how to say that, pillar through my chakras, and it was white, and it was like, I thought like he was just giving me this pillar. And from the beginning I thought this is what made me to feel so calm and peace every time, if it makes sense. It was like I thought this is the gift from him, but I did the same to him, and I saw it like his high heart chakra I activated with this golden light, if it makes sense. And yes, I think you know where I'm going. It's really divine femininity and divine masculine, feminine and masculine. It was like the balancing this both inside of me, and it looked like it was inside of him as well. And I realized just recently that I had it all that time. It was only about to, let's say, this activation. He didn't bring it to me. I was ready. I did those steps to activate it, and he was only like, this is the funny, he was like, you know how you say, what is the first, hen or egg? This is it. This is like, it can't be, this couldn't be without another one. So I had to do something. I had to decide or make the choice or in order to do that. But in order to do that, he had to come and activate it as well. Does it make sense? Sorry. It won't happen if something would. If he would come and I didn't decide to activate it, won't happen. And vice versa, you know? So This is what I'm trying to say. And so this was so important, and it's more than a year already, and it's still inside of me. And our paths, I won't go more farther. It was like, what else can I say about our relationship? Yes, I went to that. It went to that point that I was really, I was working on that human version of him that made me trigger so much, and I could stand him more and more and more. And we starting to, I can say, I don't know if this is the weird part, because I wasn't sure about it. I asked my friend because she could tap into him, and she told me he is in love with you. He loves you. He wants to be with you like a partner, romantic partner, like your lover, like love of your life. But there were like, or maybe my beliefs or whatever, or wounds or whatever, I wasn't sure of it. You know, I wasn't sure if those information are correct, because I wanted, but at the same time, I wasn't able. I needed so much more time. I was like on the path already. There were meditations with him, encounters with him that we were so connected on so much levels. It really woke me from inside out. I don't know how to say it more, but still, it was like, on my side, I wasn't sure if I'm ready, even if I really wanted to be. And I wasn't sure if that was the question, because there was still this frequency of like, hey, there is really strong possibility that we will only work together, that we doesn't have to be romantic partners. Although we did what we did together, we made love, we were really like, but there was this possibility. So it was like, it was different. It was no different. It was difficult to balance that and inside of me. And I felt what he felt, but something wasn't like maybe ready, let's say. Or again, something that was not alignment, you know, if it makes sense. So I thought it would end, because with my friend, we were already she has her own man, let's say, her own galactic contact, lover, let's say. And I'm very grateful that I met her, because otherwise I wouldn't go I wouldn't go there. Like, I would say, yes, again, your fantasy is really perfect, but girl, you have to live. You have to be here and live here. And I would close it, you know, I won't go there. And thanks to her, I know it's happening. And maybe it's more often than we think, because I don't know about anyone else who is experiencing this connection, this kind of connections, you know, except her. And thanks to her, I allowed myself to go on this path, you know. But there was a situation, like, it almost looked like, because I truly believe that it's and this is something that you can't deny. If you're really interested in UFOs and UAP and our galactic family, you know that they are coming. We don't know when, but they are coming. I told you in my previous video, I already been in contact for many years already, you know, with them on this level. I know on this level, but it's really like so tangible already. You know what is going on in Congress in America, in USA. I met a person who showed me like pictures of. I don't want to talk. It for me is a reality. So that's the reason I went to that path, because it wasn't completely like what are you talking about? I know that exists. I know they are going to come. It's going to be part of our reality soon, I hope. So yes, I went there, and I think it was on purpose, of course, but we got in certain time, it was spring or before summer last year, that we had informations that maybe it's possible that we come. And my friend, she got even a date. And I think this was important. It was, obviously it didn't happen. And for me, it was a huge lesson. It was very huge lesson. I said, I stopped that, to be honest. I stopped this connection, or I was like, okay, nothing happened. It really hurted me. It did. And I don't want it this way. You know, like, I don't want to give this, not that I've got better stuff to do, you know, that's not because of it, but it's more like, I need you physically. I need you here and now. And it wasn't, I don't think it was his fault, because we could just read this information like wrong way. But it happens. How to say that? But it happened. It broke my heart. And I had to let it go, you know. But the weird thing is that, he never left me. He was like, he pulled back, you know, himself, but I still feel him. And these days, I feel him stronger again. And I got signs and information like, this is the hardest part for me, because I got no problem to believe that I'm going to be a galactic ambassador. This is like no problem for me. But when I go to this topic, like, to be honest, I think this is the you can separate this. I know that you can't separate it. So in order for me to be a galactic ambassador, I will have, in that package, there is a galactic partnership, romantic partnership, you know? The question is, for me, is it him? Is it him? And is it really happening? In this specific topic, I'm going emotional. It's like, you know, I know I'm talking about guys, sometimes even this is hard when you know the person, when you think about someone who is a human, and you know he exists, and there is a possibility, and even in this situation it's really hard to even think about it this way. But this is like this it's insane. This is really insane. I don't think this whole situation like I'm insane because I do believe in this. No, no, no. The amount of trust and faith I have to put in this if I really want this to experience is insane. And this is where I question myself. Like, do I really have this strength? Do I have this energy to manifest that? Is it really possible for me? In this new version, I don't want to, and nothing less than this. This is it, you know? And it's coming from every side. My guides, my angels, source is communicating with me, and he's telling me, you gonna have everything what you desire and more, much more, much more. I will surprise you. You don't even expect that, but I'm like telling him, I don't want to question you at all, at all, at all. But do you know what I want? You know, like think about what I really want. I'm really like out of limits. I'm like, I want to be a galactic ambassador, and I want my soulmate, twin flame, love of my love. I want him to be a galactic being. So I don't expect anything less. So are you able to do that? And this is maybe the reason why I was avoiding to do these videos to tell you the story, because this is something that I'm not sure yet, and I'm not sure if I be able to accept anything less, and not to be able, like, of course I can accept it, but am I going to be able to survive another heartbreak like this? That's the question. So this is very scary for me, and I'm not sure. And I didn't want to go there. To be honest, I didn't want to do these videos. I didn't want to tell you this story. But I was so guided to do that. And maybe it's only for me to just like speak it loud about it, and just to go through this process, and just to alchemize something about it inside of me. We'll see. But in the end, I'm quite glad that it's out. I said it, and I hope it will benefit me, and maybe even you. I don't know. Just if you can, please, if I can ask you, let me know if you're experiencing something like that as well. Please let me know, because right now, in order to be my new version, I had to leave those people that I had this strong connection in this perspective with them, and I could like speak about this with them, but on other levels it wasn't healthy for me, those relationships. So yeah, so if I can ask you, and you have this type of experience, and maybe you already have your own galactic partner, maybe you're already together, so let me know, just please help me. Maybe I just need to hear that I should hold on for a little while more, not to give it up on this. Whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I think that's all about my galactic twin flame. Maybe I remember something more important, and I will do another video, but this is the journey so far. Yeah, so thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.